What it do, guys? Ruben Saavedra with junkbegonca.com here, and just had a little thought that I wanted to share with you guys today. Just wanted to make a quick video about giving estimates on site versus giving estimates through text or over the phone. And so something that personally has worked a lot for me, it works more for me, is giving estimates on site. And I know that a lot of people, when they're first starting out, they may not want to go out there to give an on-site estimate. You might not have like a lot of cash in your bank account, and you're still afraid, I would say, of charging people for junk removal. You think that you have to have the lowest prices around to get any work, which is just not true. So usually when someone wants to get an estimate over the phone or text message estimate, those are usually the clients that are just going to be pricing everyone out. They're not necessarily going to be the ones that book right away with you. They don't have a problem searching around multiple vendors to get a price that will work for them. So with those people, I would just tell them like, we don't provide estimates over the phone or text, because photos don't necessarily always show the full picture of what is actually there. And then over the phone, how can you really know what you're gonna go haul? They could tell you that they have certain items like a dresser, a mattress, things like that, but what you imagine in your head might not be what's there. The dresser could be a huge ass dresser, or it could be a small ass one. Like, you don't know until you actually show up. So I would really advise against giving prices over the phone. Excuse me. Usually I notice that if I do give a price over the phone, people are turned off right away, because how could they, I feel like no matter, and I don't know if this may not be true, but it's like, no matter what number you throw out at them over the phone, they're gonna be like, okay, and just like probably go find someone else, see if they can find someone cheaper, because it's like, it's over the phone, you're not seeing it. So how could you know? That doesn't instill confidence in them either. So at that point, they're just trying to get prices out of you, and I recommend you don't do that. If you're still scared of going to give on-site estimates, there's probably a few reasons why. And I think that one of the reasons why is that you're not comfortable with your pricing yet. Maybe you don't have a price sheet, you're still kind of giving quotes just off the top of your head. So one thing that I would strongly recommend is that you just make a price sheet, that something that you could stick to, something that you're comfortable with, something that you're going to be able to make profit off of, and just stick with that. When you go out to give the estimate on site and you have that price sheet there, that's going to make you look more official. So just explain to them however you're charging. If you're charging by volume like most people do, just tell them like, what, we charge based off of volume. Looking at what you have here, you'd be right here in this range. It looks like it'd be a quarter load, and this is our quarter load rate. Simple. And then at that point, if they don't want to go for that first job or for that first offer, you could tell them you can do like a $35 off because you're already there, and just let them know that you've done your research, your rates are very competitive. And then if they still don't want to do it, then they don't want to do it. You're not going to close every single job, but you should be able to close 80 to 90% of the jobs that you do get on site for. So I would not be worried about going out there and wasting your time for giving these on-site estimates. There will definitely be some people that just call you and are looking for estimates no matter what, even if it's just in person. But as you do more phone calls, as you get on site more, you're going to learn over the phone signs to look out for people that are just looking for a quote. They will mention a free estimate up front, like, oh, this is a free estimate, right? There's no obligation, right? That's just something to look out for. I've had a couple like that to where it didn't work out in the end. So something to keep in mind with that. But other than that, man, I would recommend that you guys get over that mental hurdle of thinking that, oh, I don't want to go give on-site estimates because they're just going to tell me no, people don't want to pay, blah, blah, blah. If you're finding that customers don't want to pay you your rates, I would first ask you, like, where are you getting your leads from? Are you getting them from somewhere like Craigslist and OfferUp, or free platforms like Facebook Marketplace? then yeah, that's what you should expect. Those people are gonna be people that are usually clients that are more willing to do the work themselves. But if they can find a good deal, they'll go ahead and have someone do it. So I would recommend, or I would take into account where you're getting your leads from, and you know, how professional are you being when you answer the phone? How professional do you look when you get there on site? You know, are you in uniform? Is your truck branded? Do you have some sort of CRM system to where you can send notifications to your clients as you're on their way? You know, booking notifications, letting them know the appointment's confirmed. All these things matter, you know. The more official that you can be, the more that your prices will reflect your professionalism, and people won't really have too much of an argument with you on site, you know. So figure out what you want your rates to be. Make a price sheet. That would be the most basic thing you can do first. And then, you know, just get out there, man. You know, there's nothing to be worried about. You're going to close most of the jobs. And if you're not closing, then that'll be even still a lesson there for you, that maybe it's something that you're doing wrong. Maybe your prices are too high for your area. You know, do your research. Make sure your prices are competitive. And, you know, just be as clear cut, simple as possible. But that's just something I wanted to get out there, because I know that in the beginning a lot of people struggle with wanting to go give on-site quotes. They think that people aren't going to pay them, and that's just BS. That's just you having your own limiting beliefs. So figure out what's stopping you from going out there to give those on-site estimates. Break those beliefs and go out there and make you some money, man. So that's just this video. Something I wanted to put out there, because something that's on my mind, something I see in a lot of group chats is like, oh, you know, people don't want to close. And it's just like, well, you're texting them prices, they can just price you out. You're giving them prices over the phone. Like, that's not the best strategy. So get out there, close some on-site estimates, man. Peace.